Yo, what is up guys, it is Josh back with another video. Finally back. I know that I've been off this channel for quite a bit, kind of trying to figure out a new direction for the channel, just because I was kind of feeling out of sorts with the content that I was making. So I kind of want to push one focus on this channel, and by this video that you're seeing today, we're doing more racing videos. I love racing video. I love car games. I grew up on car games. We're gonna push it. Now, I think it's CarX Drift Racing or Drift Online. It's a game that's been popping recently, and I've come in, as you can see by the money in the top corner. I've been paying quite a bit of it, but pretty much more to say. The fact that I've only been using pretty much you can see the number of time that I've used, but they're the only vehicles that I've used so far. So pretty much, as you can also tell by the names, they are not copyright. So fun for the upcoming game that these guys are creating that I will want to be playing on this channel, which is like a street game. It's like an open world game that these guys are playing. So, well, making at the moment. I think it's getting released end of this year sort of thing. So as soon as that's coming out, I'll be banging videos out on that. But I thought might as well do some build videos, might as well do some tuning videos as well to show you guys some great ways to tune the cars and stuff like this, because this has a crazy amount of like tuning, engine upgrades and stuff like that. So the cars that you see at the moment that have been used, I have already technically customized, but there is still so many to go from. So today I thought it would be more of an introduction video to it, show you kind of the cars that I tend to use a lot more in this game, and show you kind of how the physics and stuff work, and show you some of my best sort of scores so far in this. So at the moment, just to go through a rundown of vehicles that we've got, you know, most of these vehicles I've kind of customized a bit, but haven't as well. But as soon as we get further down, this is where I haven't really touched these vehicles, because I kind of wanted to do videos on them. Like, they have just added a new pack which gives you what would be a Pontiac. I don't even know what it is. What about Jazz was in the first Transformers movie, but they're calling it a Penguin, so I don't know why. You got the glorious 300Z, you know, the beauty that it is, and there was one more, a two-door Skyline. So they're the three new vehicles that they've kind of added to the game. But there's also like crazy cars out here, like, you know, obviously for some reason they have this in the game. I don't understand it. It's not really a drift car, but whatever. We've got the new Supra, which I'm definitely going to be making a video on that. You know, they got the old Supra. They've got quite a few cars here, alright? Even like, they got like a newer Commodore, for God's sakes. Like, even I think they have like a Ute version of it up here. Yeah, so for all the Aussies that actually do watch my content, I will be making one video on those, or maybe two, one on each. But for today, just to go rundown of the game, pretty much I'll just show you the beautiful AE86 that I've built. Pretty much I've got this thing on lock, like, you know, so these are kind of my settings that I've run throughout, you know, most of my cars, like 8.5% camber on the front and 1% camber on the back. It's like the most beautiful like tune for these cars, just the way with their handling and stuff like that. Caster 7.1 and only 57 degrees, so that's kind of where I'm sitting on those. Didn't really change the track because fitment's kind of nice, and I don't really want to go too unrealistic with it. And then tuning, because once you go, so you've got you've got ways to unlock these. So I don't think engine and transmission you can unlock unless you do the ultimate upgrade. So obviously you've got stock, which gives you obviously your stock stats, so you can see right below me. Then you got a turbo stat, racing stat, which is more for, they have like a time attack in here that we might do some videos on, maybe with like the R32, the Evo and stuff like that. More all-wheel drive cars, just because they're not really built for drift. So we'll see how that goes. But then you got a drift, and then you got an ultimate, and then with the ultimate you can get like full upgrades. So like engine and transmission. Otherwise, if I show you like my MX-5, that I've only got the drift tune on because it gives me the best, like, sort of, you know, acceleration, which that needs. It needs more acceleration in this car than going full. So I do only have a drift tune on that. But see, as you can see, oh, you actually can't see. So underneath my thing, there's like suspension, wheels, and brakes. If I grab my camera and then, oh, that's not my camera. Grab my camera and move that down, then you can see. And then I'll also grab that and move that down, like that. Alright, so then you can actually see. Sorry for the little shift, but now you can actually see what I was talking about before. So you got suspension, wheels, and brakes that are right there. And then when I come back over and do that, you see how you got the engine and transmission now added. So that is kind of what you can do in this. And then we've got body mods. Man, I even need to move my camera down even further. God damn. God damn it. Okay. Perfect placement. Right there for both. Sorry for the little tweaks. This is the first time I'm recording this, so we can go from there and progress. But at any stage, you got body modifications. You know, we got some, you got the stock sort of thing. Then you got stock tune, which gives you the able to customize it at all, like completely. Then there's some like sort of specialty things that we can do, or that you unlock with like DLC. Then we've got like your standard plain Jane body kit. You got a little bit of a like tandem body. But then you got the drift missile body kit. Then you got an RT body kit and a slide performance body kit, which doesn't do much. But in the missile, I run missile. Then I just run open lights. Yeah, open lights. Fender, you can do custom like bash bar, but keep the grill, keep the bonnet. The fenders turn invisible. They just delete fenders. Got a roll cage in there, yep. Side skirts. Trunk, I leave stock because I think it's... Oh, actually I might do the locks. Did I run a wing in this? I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did, to be honest. I think I technically ran that before, which kind of makes sense to me. I can't remember. They do change after a while, but as you can see, just running through some of the things, you even got interior mods, which I haven't changed, so I can show you now. I kind of go with these. Obviously, these are all fake things. You know, they got some decent things, and you can put a little hydro handbrake in there, and then, you know, even a nice shifter. But yeah, so that's kind of just like basic customizing for the vehicle. You can do also tires and wheels, like in any other game. But then if you come over to drift, we've got a bunch of circuits here, as you can see. And kind of like you can see down right at the bottom, like the your best things. So, oh god, I'm gonna have to make two screens for this because then you can't see the track underneath me. For the next video, I'll sort this all out, don't worry. But for now, I'm just gonna have to work it on the fly. But yeah, so as you can see through the tracks, we got quite a few of these. Like you unlock them also as you go. So there is, you know, there's still these 2 level 20 tracks, which is just the red ring track that I haven't unlocked because I'm like halfway to level 20. But I'm pretty sure to just start, let's just take a little cruise around St. Petersburg, and you guys can like kind of see, engage with the games like with me. Now I run just manual, not manual clutch or anything like that, because this game apparently does work very nicely for steering wheel. So eventually, if I ever, you know, have the money to buying a steering setup, then it might be actually kind of sick. Now, there's certain corners that you have to be very careful with St. Petersburg, and also keeping up the multiplier is a big one. So it's a lot of handbrake and braking that you do need for this game, because you want to keep that multiplier, keep breaking up the points. Like, see, we're already gold. Obviously, I have played quite a bit of this game, so I've kind of figured out the physics. But every car is actually quite different in the sense of obviously power, weight distribution, and everything like that. This is just a car that I've kind of planted very nicely. Look at even that. New personal best of 30k. So we can just go ahead. I also do have the like VIP season package, which gives me a 10x multiplier and also 2 times money, which does help eventually, because if we go back to the garage and come over to like your stage 5 cars, which I'll pull out the Corolla because it's just like a little machine that rocks. Alright, when it comes to the upgrades are quite expensive, and also the body kits are quite expensive. See, like this gives me just tuning abilities, which just like lets me delete things and change seats and things, which is not worth it in my eyes. The car is bloody Frederick Osbo's replica Corolla. But that, I've kind of done the same sort of, you know, thing. I might have gone a little bit too much camber on the front, so let's bring that back down to 8.5 and bring this back down to about maybe 2.8. And we also have only 57 again, but I have tuned this out, and it does have 1300 horsepower, so it is a quiet little rocket. So if we bring it over to see, I still haven't even done all of it with everything. So since we haven't done St. Peter's, I'll do it again and see how this one sort of rocks with. And then yeah, I might I don't know sort of where I want to finish this video, but I kind of want to hear your opinion on sort of maybe cars that you want to see me build, figure out a nice drift spec for them and stuff like that. So if you do want to drop a comment on sort of videos that you want to see, I do have a couple cars in mind that I want to sort of build. Let's see, watch. If I don't, ooh, I still got drift failed. I was too slow around that corner. It was too wide. So you kind of have to worry about with this because of the fact that sometimes you might get too much angle and you over rotate. So you kind of have to pull it back with a nice cheeky little handbrake. But if we can get a nice pass through here, to maximize corners through here, I did a little cut through section. Gives you a nice flow, gives you a nice gain, and then you can just open it up to 5th gear, blast it at 100, and then pull it nice right there. pull out a 6th gear, finish it up, takes it nice, clean, gold first try. But yeah, so I think that is going to be it for this episode of this. I do want to be bringing more car racing games and stuff like that. I do have a few ideas in mind that you guys will be seeing in the near future, but at this point in time, starting here, kind of rebuilding it. Obviously you guys would have noticed the name of the channel name has been changed to the 52 Gaming, just because I don't know, that rolls better off the tongue. I don't know why I called it the 52 Games. Just doesn't make any sense to me at all. So I changed it to 52 Gaming. And yeah, so that will be it for this. If you notice want to see more, please let me know. Let me know what cars you want to see. The cars that I'm already going to do. I'll be doing the Eclipse. I'll be doing the 180. Easy. There's so many cars in here. If we want to do a little old school, Z drift car, or even a Lexus. I might even do the Lexus. I know that the RX-7 is one of the cars that I definitely want to do. But yeah, just let me know sort of what cars you want to see, and I can record them, do some spec tuning on them for you, show you kind of what I found works good for the car, works good for the tune, and we can go from there. So until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.